Hi, my name is Jay from the 7 eBook team. Have you heard about Z-Code? Z-Code is a robot which makes predictions on sports events, similar to automatic forex trading robots. The predictions of this machine were so amazingly good that its creators decided to run a community where they share the tips, letting other people use the tips and make money. Never, never treat the sports betting as a gambling game. If you do this, you will lose your money sooner or later. Use statistics like player conditions, injuries, and past performances rather than relying on a chance. That way you don't miss your chance when you have an opportunity. So make sure you check out and read more about this totally cool robot service only through 7 eBook.
It's Perspectives Weekly for September 15th, 2014. Here's what's happening in online gambling right now. Sports betting arrives in the state of New Jersey. Could the rest of the country be far behind? Plus, industry news from Singapore and South Korea. This week's program has been made possible with the support of Rewards Affiliates and by our friends at the Star Games Affiliate Program. Hey everyone, welcome to Perspectives Weekly. I'm your host, Jay Todd. On one of the last sunny, warm days of the year for us up here in the Pacific Northwest, at least I'm guessing. The weather forecast says things will be changing shortly, and this is of course one of the last weeks of summer, and once the calendar changes, the weather will turn cooler, overcast, wet, disgusting. Such is life up here north of Seattle. This time of year also means that I will be heading to the Global Gaming Expo in Las Vegas at the end of the month, and I hope to see some of you there. Our top stories for this week come from Asia, specifically Singapore and South Korea, but we're going to begin in New Jersey, where we've begun so many times in the past. It is being reported that Governor Chris Christie will now allow sports betting in the state. Now, before you get all excited about this, there are some rules here. First, these are sports betting pools, and second, there are no bets allowed on sporting events within the state's borders. But most interesting to me is that the federal law bans states from authorizing sports bets. So, New Jersey simply informed their casinos that they would not prosecute them for offering it to players. Technically, the state isn't authorizing anything. It'll be fun to watch how all this plays out, especially considering all the legal challenges to expanded sports betting from the professional leagues here in America, including the NFL, the NHL, MLB, and until recently, the NBA, the National Basketball Association. In fact, the commissioner of the NBA recently said that the legalization of sports betting in the U.S. is, and I quote, inevitable. Inevitable. Talk about a change. Wow. I'm guessing that all this drama over betting on sports here in America looks pretty silly to our friends on the other side of the Atlantic. To them I say, just think how it looks from here while you're standing here watching it. Yeah. Times they are a-changin', my friend. We'll be right back.
Our success is yours. Euro Partners.
Welcome back. You know, we don't have a lot of stories on this show from Asia. In fact, I don't even recall the last time we had news from the Far East. So this week, you're all in for a treat with not one, but two stories from Asia to discuss. First, from Singapore, where a bill has been introduced to target unregulated online gambling. The new bill, if and when passed, would restrict all betting activity over the internet, a telephone, or other communications device in that country. And if you think that sounds a little restrictive, wait till you hear what's happening in South Korea. That country has blocked Zynga Poker and other play-for-free social casino-style games there. But they didn't stop at that, no. They also blocked Candy Crush and Farmville and basically all other Facebook social games because they may not be age appropriate. Yeah. I had to read the story twice to make sure we were talking about South Korea. And we were. Man, all this time we don't talk about Asia, and then these are the stories we get? Maybe we should just stick to news from here and Europe and the UK. I mean, God knows we have enough problems of our own without borrowing them from Asia, right? Okay, my friends, God willing, I will see you all next week, and God willing, hopefully I will see some of you in Las Vegas at the end of the month for the Global Gaming Expo. Until then, play smart.